Good afternoon to our great citizens of Riviera Beach. This is Mayor Felder. We're here meeting on your behalf to bring safety to our community. Under the direction of our city manager, you can be well assured that we're working hard every day to make sure that you remain safe through this process that we're going through with the coronavirus. Today we have here Chief Kurd, who will be giving us an update, specific terms on what we need to do as a community to remain safe and to make sure that every citizen, every elderly are able to get through this. So right now I want to turn it over to Chief Kurd.
Thank you, Mayor Felder. Good afternoon, Riviera Beach. Again, my name is John Kurd. I'm the Interim Fire Chief for the City of Riviera Beach Fire Rescue, and I'm here today to provide you with some information as we're going to continue to do as we go through this process in this pandemic. We are currently monitoring the situation as it relates to infected individuals in Palm Beach County. Currently, to date, we have no confirmed cases in the city of Riviera Beach, nor do we have any persons under investigation in the city of Riviera Beach. We are continuously looking to implement control measures and appropriate PPE for our personnel so that you can assure when they respond, they will be ready to meet your needs. You will notice some differences in dispatch, as we've mentioned throughout this. Should you have the need to call 911 because you are feeling symptoms of COVID-19 or the coronavirus, they're going to prompt some questions, and some of those symptoms you can expect to feel are going to be those of being warm to the touch, having a fever. You may also be experiencing some respiratory issues. You may have come into contact with someone who is not feeling well, and then obviously the coughing, the sore throat, and possibly even a runny nose. Should you call 911 for our services, understand that they are going to screen each caller so that we can ensure that our personnel are wearing the appropriate PPE, not only for their protection, but for your protection as well. So please be patient as dispatch has to screen these calls so that we can ensure continued safety. Right now, I really would like to address our vulnerable population, our at-risk population. This information can be found on CDC's website, but I'd like to bring it to your attention. Our focus primarily right now is older adults, and the CDC has defined older adults as those that are 60 years and older as at-risk populations, and obviously those that have some type of immunocompromised issue or receiving home health care. One of the things we want to ensure that you do is avoid close contact to anyone that is sick, and do not allow them to enter your home. We also want to ensure that that you're not coming into contact with persons that have traveled outside of the area within the last 14 days, more so internationally than locally, or anyone that's been on a cruise ship within the last 14 days. Those are some of the key indicators for making sure that we isolate from individuals that could possibly be carrying COVID-19. Everyday preventative actions are still in place. We should avoid close contact, social distancing. We should be staying home when we're feeling ill, and or whether or not we have a family member that is feeling ill. We should avoid touching our eyes and face. That's also a source of transmission. Ensuring hand washing and hand sanitizing. Covering your mouth when you cough and sneeze, preferably in the corner of your arm, not into your hands, where you would then proceed to come into contact with other items, again, where this virus may be transmitted. I have some current statistics from the CDC. This was updated last night at 6:10 p.m. There are 136 Florida residents that are positive cases. 6 Florida residents have been diagnosed and isolated outside of Florida, and 13 of these cases are non-Florida residents. As of last night at 6:10, there were 4 deaths in the state of Florida. That information needs to be updated because we do know we had a 5th death as it relates to COVID-19. There are a number of negative test results. Over 684 people have tested negative, but there still are 514 pending test results. Currently, the CDC is monitoring, or excuse me, the Florida Department of Health is monitoring 442 individuals, and to date, they have monitored over 1,500 individuals here in the state of Florida. Again, we just want to ensure that your safety is our #1 priority. The CDC's website has a great deal of information that you can refer back to, and please be assured that Riviera Beach is making sure that your safety, again, is our #1 priority.
Thank you, Chief Curd, for your comments. I'm Jonathan Evans, City Manager for the City of Riviera Beach, and we want to emphasize to the public that this is a pandemic. This is something that is impacting the entire world and is going to change the way in which we do business for a long time. The City of Riviera Beach is prepared and taking necessary steps to ensure the health, safety, and welfare of the public is priority #1. City administration will be requesting that the City Council execute a declaration declaring a local state of emergency here in Riviera Beach. That will occur at our Wednesday regular meeting of the City Council. By doing so, it allows for city administration and public safety staff to operate in a different form and fashion, to utilize tools outside of the normal procedural elements that we have in place to ensure that our employees and the public is safe. City facilities will remain open at this particular moment, but within the next 48 hours, there is a potential that certain city facilities and operations will be impacted as a result of the declaration. Again, we are making sure that our employees and you, the public, are safe and that we maintain those safe spaces. As communicated, social distancing, no physical contact is certainly a priority and must be adhered to. We are trying to minimize the potential spread of COVID-19. Additionally, we have taken some other measures to ensure that our residents that would experience some difficult financial times during this pandemic receive some relief from the city. So we are suspending any disconnect for utility services for the next 60 days. We understand that your employers may not be providing some relief, and that we as a city want to be mindful of working with our consumers to ensure that they still remain able to receive utility services from the City of Riviera Beach. I've also authorized staff to work with individuals that already have a high balance to work out a payment plan and a structure that makes your bill affordable, to not put you behind the curb once utility services are restored back to our normal operational procedures. Summer camps and spring camps, specifically summer camps, those camps are still scheduled. However, our spring camps and spring leagues will most likely be postponed. I will be putting out additional information concerning that within the next 24 hours. If you have paid for spring camp or any of our spring leagues, you will be reimbursed accordingly, and that information will be provided by the departments that are coordinating those activities. We also are prohibiting any type of events where there is anticipated attendance over the number of 50 people. That is under the guidance and direction provided by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Please utilize the websites that are available through the Florida Health Department, Palm Beach County's website, as well as the CDC. The City of Riviera Beach is going to be modifying the homepage of our website to incorporate some relevant and current information about what the city's response efforts are and how do we combat COVID-19. We are moving into a partial activation of the Emergency Operations Center, so city staff will be looking at how do we safeguard our community against certain aspects associated with this. We are in constant communications with our partners at the Port of Palm Beach and looking at ways to work with them, and so all individuals are informed about what is happening here in our community. The city managers in Palm Beach County will be meeting today at 2 p.m. to talk about a county-wide effort and what we're doing to make sure there's uniformity and consistency throughout Palm Beach County. Right now, our beaches remain open, our parks remain open, and all city services remain open. However, I cannot stress enough that within the next 48 hours, certain things will change, certain operational elements will be modified. Your health, safety, and welfare is priority one and will remain priority one. If you are not feeling well, I would encourage you, whether you're a city employee or an employee of another agency, you stay home, you stay in conversations and communications with your immediate supervisor to ensure that we do not spread COVID-19, the flu, or any other things that we can see during this particular time. Your city is vigilant. We are in constant communication with the elected officials and our workforce, as well as the public. Thank you for the opportunity to serve in our respective capacities, and rest assured that we are working on this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and providing you all the information we have so you can be informed residents of this community. Thank you for tuning in and watching this session, and there will be future sessions in the coming days.